Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to delve into a long and complex history that has led to armed conflict between two of Southeast Asia's most prominent nations, Thailand and Cambodia. When we hear about fighting between countries, we often imagine a singular, clear reason, but the reality is almost always more complicated. The recent military clashes in July 2025, which saw artillery fire, rockets, and even airstrikes, are not a new phenomenon. They are the latest chapter in a story of historical rivalry, colonial-era betrayals, and modern-day political maneuvering that has created a deep-seated and often violent tension along their shared border. To understand why these two nations continue to clash, we must first look back at the centuries of history that have shaped their relationship. Number 1. Historical rivalry and land claims. The relationship between Thailand and Cambodia, or as they were historically known, the Siamese and Khmer kingdoms, dates back centuries. As the mighty Khmer Empire began to decline, the rising Siamese kingdoms, particularly the Ayutthaya kingdom, expanded their influence and territory. This period saw a reversal of fortunes, with Siam eventually conquering and even looting the Khmer capital of Angkor. This historical shift from Khmer dominance to Siamese vassalization is a significant source of historical resentment and a key part of both nations' national narratives. 19th century power vacuum. In the 19th century, Cambodia became a battleground for regional powers, primarily Siam and Vietnam. Both countries sought to control Cambodia as a buffer state or to annex its territory. This led to a series of wars, such as the Siamese-Vietnamese War of 1841 to 1845, which cemented Cambodia's status as a weaker state caught between two larger rivals. Number 2. Colonial-era border disputes. The arrival of French colonizers in the late 19th century further complicated the relationship. Cambodia became a French protectorate, and France, in its efforts to create French Indochina, redrew the borders with Siam. The Franco-Siamese treaties of 1904 and 1907 are particularly contentious. While these treaties were meant to define the border, the resulting maps were often ambiguous or deviated from the agreed-upon watershed lines. The Preah Vihear Temple. The most prominent example of this border ambiguity is the Preah Vihear Temple, an 11th century Khmer temple located atop a cliff in the Dangrek Mountains. The 1907 French map placed the temple on the Cambodian side, a decision that Thailand has disputed for over a century. In 1962, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, ruled that the temple belonged to Cambodia, but the surrounding land remained a point of contention. Subsequent border clashes in 2008 and 2011, and most recently in 2025, show that this issue is far from resolved. Number 3. Political and economic factors. Beyond historical and territorial disputes, internal political and economic factors often fuel border tensions. Leaders in both countries have been known to use these conflicts to stoke nationalist sentiment and distract from domestic issues. Stoking nationalism, border conflicts can be a powerful tool for galvanizing public support and portraying a government as a strong defender of national interests. In recent years, political turmoil in Thailand has seen various factions use the border dispute as a way to undermine opposing political parties. A leaked phone call from the Thai Prime Minister in June 2025, for example, criticized the military, leading to her suspension and further political instability. Resource and trade disputes, overlapping maritime claims in the Gulf of Thailand, and the potential for shared natural resources like oil and gas also add to the complexity. Economic pressures, such as border closures and trade bans, have been used as a tool of political leverage, as seen during the 2025 conflict when Thailand cut off electricity and internet to parts of Cambodia. Number 4. The 2025 border conflict. The most recent armed conflict in July 2025 serves as a microcosm of all these issues. It began with a skirmish on May 28 and quickly escalated after a Thai soldier was injured by a landmine. Both sides accused the other of violating a ceasefire and provocation. This led to a full-scale clash involving heavy weaponry, highlighting the deep-seated mistrust and unresolved issues that continue to plague the Thai-Cambodian relationship. While a ceasefire was eventually implemented, the underlying causes of the conflict, historical grievances, ill-defined borders, and political maneuvering remain, making future flare-ups a constant risk. Conclusion: the history of conflict between Thailand and Cambodia isn't a simple tale of one country invading another. It's a complex tapestry woven from centuries of shifting power dynamics, colonial-era mistakes, and modern-day political opportunism. The recent clashes over disputed land and historical sites like the Priya Vihir Temple are not isolated events, but rather symptoms of a deeper, unresolved tension. Both nations have used these conflicts to stir nationalist fervor and consolidate power at home. While ceasefires and negotiations may bring temporary peace, the underlying issues remain. The absence of a clearly defined, mutually accepted border will always leave room for future flare-ups. Until both sides can find a way to honor their shared past while moving toward a more cooperative future, this long-standing rivalry will continue to cast a shadow over the stability of Southeast Asia.